Hi. The topic of my project is children and dental health. The reason why this topic is so important today is because despite major improvements in the oral health of the whole population, racial and ethnic groups are still experiencing health disparities. The data seems to tell us that there is a connection between dental problems in children and their families' economical situation. It's not simple as having good dental hygiene because some groups lack access to necessary resources like dental checkups, where a professional checks for cavities or other issues that would worsen if not addressed. A study by Hirano and Wibby measured racial and ethnic inequalities in U.S. children dental health and factor that may contribute to it. The proportions in Table 1 show significant differences between white, black, and Hispanic children. White children had the lowest rates of dental problems, with a proportion of 24.35 versus black children of 33.98 and Hispanic children with a proportion of 40.15. Look here, we can see white children at the lowest rate of uninsured with proportion of 6.13 versus black children with a proportion of 8.87 and Hispanic children with a proportion of 20.04. 20.04 is alarming rate of uninsured children in this category. It's interesting that the group of children that had the highest rate of being uninsured also had the highest rate of dental problems. A correlation between the two may exist. In terms of variable of having an employed person living in the house, white children had the highest proportion. Which is 93.03. And also the proportion of black children that had employed person living in the household was 82.82 and Hispanic children was the lowest at 77.49. Webby found that almost 30% of the higher prevalence of dental problems amongst Hispanic children could be explained by lower social economical status, explained by 54.6% of Hispanic children lower usage of preventing dental care. My statistical method was confidence intervals to look more closely at the difference noticed between racial categories, white, black, and Hispanic. I used 95% confidence interval for the category of Hispanic children. I used a proportional of uninsured 0.2004 and the proportion of any dental problem 0.4015. I found the interval for each. For Hispanic children who were uninsured, the interval confidence sat between 19.7 and 20.4 of Hispanic children in America are uninsured. For Hispanic children with dental problems, interval was 0.397 to 0.406, which translates to 39.7 to 40.6%. This means that I can say with 95% confidence between 39 40.7% and 40.6% of Hispanic children in America have some type of dental problem. The results of confidence intervals are very narrow and similar to proportions in Table 1, further confirming the findings. In closing, understanding the health disparities amongst racial and ethnic groups is necessary, and specific interventions must be developed to improve conditions. Improving access to dental insurance for Hispanic children would be beneficial, as well as improving household income. However, further research still needs to be done on this topic, and it needs to be determined what would be the best way to improve access to dental insurance and increase household income for Hispanic populations. Thank you. It's been a pleasure.